episode 4 comments. Like, subscribe. Mindset Monday.
All right, Vaughn, we're supposed to be starting right now.
Small talk. Stories of the week.
Just going down the rundown, Vaughn. We're starting right now, Vaughn. All right. Can we start now? We good? Can I hit the intro?
I'm joking.
Hit the intro.
Free dope, free dope, free dope, free dope, free dope, free dope. You're now tapped in to Free Dope, the greatest podcast in the world, each week. Bringing you topical conversations that are sometimes intelligent, but absolutely undeniably hilarious. Yeah, we'll see about that. Podcasting from a city near you, Free Dope starts now.
So you probably already heard what's on today's show. Thanks, Vaughn. You want to give another rundown real quick about what we're talking about today?
Okay, sure. Like, subscribe, comment. Episode 4 comments. There's an intro before that, and then there's also Mindset Monday and catch up. Small talk. I mean, we got stories of the week. We got McDonald's drink machines, Vabbing, Mexican aliens, and the clothes we got.
Why'd you Mexican aliens?
Like.
I guess the way I write notes, it only makes sense to me. Thank you, Vaughn. What a way to introduce episode. I think this is episode of Free Dope. The previous episode we talked to Pastor Ben Kramer. It was a really good episode as well. Getting a lot of comments about it. So if you haven't listened to it yet, please go back, check it out. Also, be sure to like, subscribe, and more importantly, comment. You hear something you like in one of these episodes, just take 2 seconds out to throw up a comment on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. It really helps out. The algorithm gets that juice so more people can find this dopeness. And excited to announce that we're moving to 2 days a week starting this Monday. I don't know if it's called Mindset Monday or Mental Health Monday, but it's going to be dope nonetheless. That's all we got going on with the podcast. As always, thank you for listening. I'm joined today by two of my good friends. Got Vaughn right there, and then got Billy right below him.
What's up?
What's going on, man? Thanks for having us.
I'm just watching the football game in the background, so I'm kind of like distracted right now. But I want to run through these stories real quick. Pulled some of what I would say some of the biggest stories from the past few days to round out this week here. Where should we start? Kanye West is getting sued again. Not there. Oh yeah, again. Yeah. Long story short, like,
is that for the boat in Venice, the gondola thing?
No. He's getting sued this time, I guess, because he has his house. I want to say in Malibu or Calabasas, and he's trying to pull out all the electrical wiring and windows to make it a bomb shelter. And the guy who was hired to do the job refused to do it, so he's suing Kanye because he's not going to do the job that Kanye asked him to do because that's against his moral code as a contractor. So he's mad at Kanye for asking him to do that job.
What?
It's confusing. Yeah. But yeah. So that. Oh yeah. So McDonald's is going to be pulling out their self-serve soda machines. Essentially, the reason they're doing it is because they're worried about refills or the fact that people like to order water cups and don't necessarily fill it with water.
They talk about you.
They talk about him.
They talk about Duran. I've seen him do that before.
That right there is a way to save money, because sometimes you don't want a full soda. That's a thrifty tip from me. Yes, I'm all about saving money, and sometimes you don't want a full soda. So what you have to do, you have to ask for a water cup and maybe hit it with some Sprite. Right? It looks like carbonated water, but the whole idea is that you don't want a full soda. You just want a little hit, a little bite of soda. So that's why you ask for the water cup and you save yourself some money.
See, now it makes sense. I was wondering why this story was so near and dear to his heart, because he's been talking about it. I was wondering. I had no idea.
This story affects me directly. It's funny because I saw this. I follow the Instagram on it's called No Jumper, and there was, I guess, one of the writers from like the Bay Area. He went to his local McDonald's, and he did it. He went in, he asked for a water cup. He's like, "Watch me, I run this McDonald's right here." He went to the drink station and started filling it up with soda. And as he was doing it, they have a key or a switch somewhere in the back. So they turned off the soda machine as he was filling it up and tried to kick him out of the McDonald's. So apparently they're losing money by people using that hack, which I don't see how, because apparently, because I say apparently because the most expensive thing about buying a drink is the price of the cup, right? So the drinks actually don't cost them anything. The cup is the most expensive thing, the highest cost for a restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
So if they're not giving me one of their cups with a McDonald's logo on it, I'm still getting like a clear solo cup that's about like 4 ounces. Then it shouldn't cost them too much.
I mean, you're right. But they got to protect their bottom line, bro.
I don't know. But yeah. So you're not gonna be able to get the cups anymore on for McDonald's. Instead, they'll fill it up behind the counter and hand it to you.
When is this happening by?
This is supposed to be happening, I think, by 2032. I was gonna say 2023. 2032.
You got time.
You got time. You got about 9 years, and maybe they'll change course. But they just announced that today. That I mean, they will not fix their ice cream machines, but they'll make sure you can't get a free soda.
Right.
Mm-mm-mm.
So that's that. So 2032 is when you can expect that phase out. There's a new trend that's taking TikTok by storm. It's involving women in a certain trick they have discovered to use. I'll let you read this one, Billy.
Damn, my computer just shut off.
Okay.
I'll let you.
Okay.
You can read it, dog.
Okay. I'll let Vaughn read it.
What is vabbing? And does it really work?
So vabbing is a new trick that's sweeping the internet, and it involves inserting your fingers into your vagina and then wiping them all over your skin, all in the name of seduction. The trend has been touted as a cheaper and more alluring alternative to perfume, but can smelling like a vagina really make you more attractive? I like how they always ask that question at the end of things. But yeah, so apparently, if you're a woman
that is very, very treacherous.
I like how nobody wants to touch this.
You might have to let me off. You
You
might have to let me off this ride. I don't want to.
Vaughn said his time
It is
up.
scary up here.
Time is up.
It is scary. But I was going to say, I guess it depends on the vagina. Because honestly, it really does. It depends on each individual. Because some are better, I guess, than others.
Yeah,
I'm traveling again down a road.
I mean,
I need help.
but you're right. But you know what though? Like in this like biological theory or science that like the idea behind this vabbing is the pheromones, right? Like even perfumes and colognes and eau de toilette, they all have different types of pheromones from different animals in them already. So the idea behind vabbing is using like your own natural pheromones.
Yeah. But
to get to your point, depending on, someone's perceived hygiene, it may not be that attractive. But they also talk about how if you're connected to someone, right? Or if that person is for you, like there's this like genetic connection that scent is going to be attractive to you, even though it may be repulsive to somebody else.
Yeah, I was trying to look up.
So it's like what's for you won't miss you, right? That's it.
That's what it is. It's a beaver. It's a beaver that they use to get the scent to incorporate into perfumes. So you already have beaver juice in perfume anyway. So this is not that far of a stretch.
I knew you were going to go there. I'm not.
It was too easy. It was too
not
easy.
touching this.
But no, they do legit get, I guess, whatever scent beavers have in their urine. or their castor sacs
I can't.
to make their urine have a scent. That's what they use. That's what they inject into perfume to give it its aroma.
Great.
Its scent, its alluring appeal.
It's musky undertones.
Musky. What if it's like after the gym?
No, that's must. That's must, not musk.
They're both musk, I thought.
They're different.
Oh, for real? So wait, so okay, so let's say you go to the gym, right? And you have this really hard workout. You're there for like 2 hours, cardio, weights, everything. You forget to put deodorant on. You get home, and somebody says, "You smell musky," right?
No, musty. Musty is an old wet scent that you find in like old abandoned places, or this scent, right?
Musty. Okay, so
that you're talking about. Musky is like sweet sometimes, or kind of, it's a bolder scent.
Okay. So this will have a musky undertone to it then, kind of like that one candle that Gwyneth Paltrow came out with. This is what my vagina smells like. Candle.
Yeah. Her goop brand.
Yeah. So I guess, and that was also a perfume apparently. So they're just making it more natural down this route.
Right.
I thought you guys would enjoy that story right there. And then the last one I have pulled. I'll let Vaughn read the bullet point on this in the text message.
I'm gonna go with Mexican aliens.
Well,
did we cover that already?
Not yet.
That's the story right there.
Yeah.
So thank you for
Okay.
getting us into this right here. What I meant is the fact that an ufologist claims to show 2 alien corpses to Mexico's Congress. So I guess a couple of days ago there is this big press conference they called in Mexico, and on display were remains of an allegedly non-human being that were from an unidentified flying object that they had on display at the palace in Mexico City. But yeah, so apparently aliens are like for real, and they're not just Americans.
They're not just Americans.
You only see aliens here, I thought, right? Like I never heard of aliens being international alien sightings, right? You only heard them here. You only hear them like, and typically like it's like typically somewhere like in middle America, like, that has the alien sighting. So yeah, typically they're always American.
Did you see the bodies?
Yeah. I mean, they look like the aliens you would see in every single sci-fi movie with the small face with a big round head in the back, and the typical alien eyes, mouth, and nose. It looks like like what you would see in every single alien movie, at least a cartoon.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
they do. But they look like paper mache, man. They look like. I mean, this has nothing to do with where they were located and where this presentation happened, where this press conference happened.
Right.
But they look like piñatas,
Oh, so are you trying to say these aliens aren't real? Are you trying to say that? Are you trying to call bull?
I'm not trying to. I'm just bringing up alternative
facts,
ideas to what happened and what we saw. I don't know, but why not present, like, if you have these bodies, why not present like DNA sequencing or something?
Because
like something.
What do you have though? Like, how can you identify it's an alien DNA sequence? How can you isolate their double helix and fully know it came from and identify the
maybe
species?
They have a triple helix. I don't know. Something.
But so you're saying it's fake then? You're a non-believer.
There needs to be a little bit more evidence. I need to see. I kind of like I agree that the possibility exists and that there's some phenomenon that I like. Damn, that looks crazy. But I haven't had a close encounter of my own. Have you? Has anyone here had a close encounter?
Well, okay. The other night, I saw a little something that was strange, but I don't know. I can't confirm or deny my suspicions at this point. So I saw a light and it looked green, and then it hit the land and it kind of like flashed a few times as if it was a flashlight or like one of those strobe lights that like land, like, you know how like there's strobe lights for different companies and businesses and whatever. Anyway, and ones that kind of like you can project onto the land. It looked like that, like it was coming from the sky a bit, but you couldn't tell which or where, but it only flashed for like maybe 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and then it was gone.
I could have a whole conversation about aliens.
So I don't know. I want to put it out of my mind at this point. So thanks for reminding me.
No, you for real saw a UFO, my guy. And there's tons of them that are reported every single year. I know just recently, it was last month or the month before, where they had a hearing in Congress, right here in the U.S. About a whistleblower in CIA or something like that, saying that we in fact do have UFOs in our possession, and we have alien beings that the U.S. is holding on to.
Is this the dude that was on Joe Rogan? I forgot his name.
Maybe it was. There's yeah. It was at the congressional hearing that was a couple of months back. But yeah, so you know, there's some there, right? Like I don't think we're the It's kind of hard to say we're the only people in this vast space, right? That just keeps on expanding and goes on forever, right? It's because space is infinite.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's two schools of thought. I agree with you, right? But also, like on a more existential level, if you think of the idea that if we are alone, like how miraculous that is, that we are the only ones here.
Yeah,
like that is some crazy shit when you think about like maybe not even a meaning of life, but like how precious it is to be here. Okay, I mean, I wasn't trying to get that.
No, get deep, bro. Because I mean, this is a perfect lead into Mindset Monday that we're gonna do. You know, this coming Monday, in a couple of days from now.
That's all I was gonna say. I do agree that there's, you know, the possibilities that the aliens exist, but man, if we are the only ones here, like how precious do we think our lives are?
My guy, go a little bit deeper, right? Like they said, okay, what if we are the only ones here in this vast space of nothingness? Okay, you know how hard it is for somebody to essentially get pregnant, right? Like it's not sometimes it's one, not typically, right? Like it does take some effort, and then as many menstrual cycles happen in a woman's life, except for the one that you were conceived in. You know what I mean? And each one contains different DNA and like this different things. You could have had two X's, right? And could have been a female, but you got the Y. So now you're a dude. You know what I mean? Like, if you take it to that level, it just shows you how amazing life is.
And with that, I mean, with that thought, like how do you really like live it to its fullest every day? You know, if it is that precious, that amazing, that one in however many billion trillion chance,
right?
Like, what do we do? What are we doing every day? You know?
Yeah. Oh damn, this game got close. No, but
touchdown.
No.
I was gonna say y'all got deep, and it was a touchdown. You missed a touchdown. All right, go ahead. I didn't want to interrupt it, but the Vikings came back. It's a minute left. They're about to do it onside kick. We'll see what's going on.
Yeah, like halftime. I thought the game was over at halftime. I kind of stopped paying attention. Now it's at the back, but no, it does come back though to this religious idea as well, because there is a train of thought. This actually is going to take me back to the episode I'm probably going to do again. I've been on this like religious excursion, I guess, with the podcast for the past, many episodes. But there's like this school of thought in which those who are the prophets across the religions all had encounters with beings that descended from the heavens, which is true, right? But there's a school of thought that people want to call these beings aliens. Other people call them angels.
Right.
But yeah, I was watching that documentary that took me down that train of thought. I don't believe it, but like, you know what I mean?
That religious extraterrestrial,
connection. Yeah. It's just like they pulled up like different things as well. but of course, like when you make a documentary, you can pick and choose what you present in order to have the narrative.
Exactly. It's still right. Someone's still narrating the story.
Exactly. Yeah. So, I found I just find it fascinating. Like I'm like, I'll watch this. I'll see what they're talking about. But you gotta. I find it kind of weird though, because when you do think back to the building of the pyramids or even Stonehenge, right, and how Stonehenge is constructed, how did people get those giant slabs of rock in that positioning without using cranes, right?
Right. I mean, I agree, but and I used to like lean into that heavy when I was younger, but I don't know, lately it's like, man, there's something magnificent about human ingenuity, the human ability to build things, to like come up with solutions to things and create things that I still think it's possible, man. I think humans are special.
Yeah.
As fucked up as the world is, like there's still like something about the power of humanity that like sees seemingly impossible feats get done.
Dude, they were saying that aliens have the ability to give you your creations in your dreams. So
What?
yeah, they cite, like in this thing I watched, they cited this instance in which, like, as Hitler was invading Britain, I want to say, there's this guy with the last name
France.
Parkinson's. He was working at Bell South, perhaps, or some to that effect. But anyway, he was playing around with electrical currents, and apparently in his dream, he had the right way. He discovered the right way in his dream to mess with the currents to create some sort of bomb that he then woke up to construct, and then that was used to push back Hitler and the Nazis. But the guy had no formal bomb making experience.
Okay. Wait.
What?
Wait,
What?
you threw me with the Parkinson and Bell South. Like,
no, his last name was Parkinson's. Parkinson.
No, I know, but the Bell South, the Bell South thing, like
I was trying to give you a lot of information so you can look it up as I was saying it. I was hoping you would go on Google and just type in those words for me.
Parkinson's bomb,
Bell South, but Parkinson. That was his name. That was his name. I know that was his name.
Okay. No. Okay. So I hear you, but there's like this idea of universal consciousness too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like every thought isn't like any thought that you think is an original thought to you isn't an original thought. Like there's other people in this, that have had that same thought. They had there's this these scientists, they were studying a group of monkeys on these islands off the coast of Africa. Like these two different groups of monkeys, two separate islands, and one group on this island, they like learned how to do something. They like made a tool to be able to, it was open up a fruit or open up something, right?
Yeah.
And then within a few weeks, this other group of monkeys was able to, they figured out how to make the exact same tool to open up and like eat this fruit. And it's like that idea of universal consciousness, that everything is connected, we're all connected. That's where, that's possibly where Parkinson got his idea for this bomb, working for Bell South from.
So, but you're saying that everybody shares the same thought.
Yeah. I don't know about the same thought, but
I agree, man, as far as universal consciousness, man, but he's not saying it's like we're all thinking it at the same time. It's just that you're not the only person that has thought about it. So whether you've thought about it prior to somebody or after, it's something that, we all, I think, experience.
I meant that multiple people can have the same thought. What you're saying.
Right.
So yeah. So it's like, no, for real, because it's those things. That's why people tell you, there's no such thing as an original thought. Mm-hmm. But also at the same time, that's the importance of following that calling, that vision when you have it.
Yes, sir.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I thought of Netflix, my man. I presented that in high school as part of my class. It was to watch movies over the internet. I mean, it wasn't like Netflix.
Yeah. The concept.
Like, you can watch movies over the internet, stream within the internet. Yeah.
And that's where, I mean, that's the difference between what you talked about earlier. Like, people that are kind of born into money or whatever it may be, that luck of the draw. At the same time, like, the opportunity exists of, like, we have these thoughts that can change our lives forever, but it's about executing those thoughts,
Yeah, man. So when I was a kid, because you was talking about universal consciousness and stuff, you know what I'm saying? So I swear my favorite 2 shows to watch when I was a kid in like 5th grade was Martin and Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Right?
All right, talk to me.
So in my mind, I was like, man, these 2 dudes are hilarious, and I thought it would be great if they made a movie together. Martin Lawrence and Will Smith. I thought they were the 2 biggest black stars in the 90s. If they made a movie together, like, that shit would be dope, and I would watch it, and it would be hilarious. And then, literally a year later, Bad Boys came out when I was 6th grade. So, somebody was already thinking the same thing.
Right.
But I'm glad they thought about it, because then, Bad Boys industry took off. And I'm still trying to get in my audition for the 4th one, apparently, that they got coming out. So, yeah, that's my plug.
That's the power of manifestation, my man. You willed this
putting it
Will
out there.
Smith and Martin Lawrence film to get made, and you're going to will yourself into Bad Boys 4.
That's how we going to do it.
Manifestation right there.
Yes, sir.
Manifestation Mondays.
Mindset Monday. It's Mindset Monday. I just got into therapy, so I want to talk about that on the first episode.
That sounds good.
As always, make sure you like, subscribe, and rate. Liking is simple to do. If you're in the Apple Podcast, you just hit the heart. I think it's heart there. It's a thumbs up in Spotify. Leave a comment. You hear something that you like on the show, just leave a comment and always subscribe. That way the episodes come right there to whatever podcast streaming you're listening on, and you don't miss anything that happens on this fantastic world's best podcast called Free Dope.
Free Dope. Subscribe on Apple, Spotify, and wherever you get podcasts.